Okay, so we're heading now to
Portillo's.
Today's episode of Fork Off is going to be all about Portillo's. We recently got a Portillo's here in our town, and how many months ago?
It was like October, right?
Sure. So 6 months ago, and the lot is packed every day still. So we are finally going to give it a try and see whether or not we should tell it to fork off or
fork yeah.
Stay tuned. Okay, so we just ordered. I got the beef and cheddar croissant, and Jared got a jumbo hot dog with just onions, and we have other stuff that we got so we could try, like the cake and onion rings and fries. So we're really excited. It's crazy to me that we thought, the entire parking lot was full, and we get in here and it's like nobody in line. So that was really cool, but now we're waiting on our food. So Jared.
Yeah, so we're order number 37. So after you order, you wait in the pickup section. So we're sitting in a booth right now waiting for our number to be called so we can get all of our food and see if this place needs to fork off, or we're gonna say fork yeah. Really curious. I've heard a lot of good things about this place, and I've also heard some people disappointed with it, so we'll see what kind of fork it is for us.
Yes, I agree with that, and this is really a neat place. It reminds me of Disney, and it reminds me of like a theme park. It actually is really, really cool. We need to find that picture of Greggy here. Yeah, so Jared's gonna go take a picture of Greggy, some video game person that he likes, and we're waiting for food, so we'll give an update when we have one. Okay, we're gonna do mid-meal check-in now. Oh my goodness. But so far, Jared, what do you say about Portillo's?
I'm enjoying it so far. So this is my hot dog. First thing I noticed is the bun is kind of smushed into the hot dog. I'm a pretty picky eater, so I really only have onions on my hot dog. But the hot dog itself, very good, very flavorful. And I do enjoy the bun, even though I didn't love the side of it at first. It's not like fluffy, which is usually what I look for in a hot dog bun, but it does taste good, and it wraps around the hot dog well, so you just get right into the hot dog bite. And then the fries, I'm usually not a big fan of crinkle cut fries, but these are about as well done as I've ever had them. They're very crispy, they have a nice golden color to them, and they taste really good, dipped into ketchup as well. Coke's really good, which you'd think would be a given, but I've been to places where the Coke is not great, so good to see that their Coke is good. And then also, I'll let Ashley speak on this as well, but these onion rings here, if you want to point to those, very good and crispy as well.
Yes, I would agree with all of that. I did have to say I tried his hot dog, and it had almost like a little bit of a spice to it, and I don't know if that is the bun or what, but it was pretty good. Really flavorful, even though there was only onions on it. I got the beef and cheddar croissant, and it is very good. I do have to say one thing about it is very, very juicy, and so the bun is really soggy, which is kind of a weird textural thing, but it's still very good. I also got onion rings, which he mentioned they are very good and crispy. I also got some cheese dipping sauce so that we could dip our fries into it, and it is very good, except it was very hot and I burnt my tongue. But overall, I would say good experience, and we'll check back in when we are finished.
All right, so we've laid waste to our entrees, fries, and onion rings, and now we're going to try out the Portillo's chocolate cake. Heard a lot of good things about this, so we'll let you guys know what we think of it.
Okay, so we have our final thoughts. Actually, before we do our final thoughts, we should probably go through everything. So, let's go ahead and start with the theming and atmosphere.
I would say that's the standout, the presentation, off the charts with this place.
Yes.
It reminds us of where?
Disney, our favorite place.
It's about the highest praise you can get from her. So,
yes.
A+ on theming and just like the feeling of the restaurant for Portillo.
Yes, the music really reminded me. It was very Disney-ish. The inside was very well themed. Lots of like glowing signs and just really, really neat like automobile type things, and
really
it was just really cool.
Transported to old-time Chicago.
Yeah, and we said when we were in there that we felt like we had left where we live and been transported into like another world. It really was immersive in that way.
It pulls off the theming in the way Cracker Barrel wishes that it did.
Yes.
What Cracker Barrel tries to do with the old country feel, Portillo's actually does with its old-time Chicago
Yes,
feel.
I agree with that. Okay, so moving on from theming, one thing I want to note is that this place has been packed for months. I mean, every time we've come, even in the parking lot, it is packed full, and we don't even try to go inside. We've never tried before today. So today it was packed, but we took our chances. It is Thursday, April 19th, and we went about 7:10, 7:15, I guess, because our receipt said we ordered at 7:19, and it was very quick and easy. There was nobody waiting in line. We got right in. We actually thought we were going to have some time to wait in line so we could decide what we wanted, but there was no time. So we quickly got in there, ordered, and then we sat for like 5 minutes, if that. Jared was able to get his picture with the Greggy picture, and then they called our number. So we got everything, went and found a table. One thing I wanted to note, though, is the cleanliness, which I'm sure they're seeing a lot of people coming through, but there were a lot of tables that were very dirty.
Tables.
Yeah. Unclean, and didn't look like anybody was around to be wiping those down. So that's one thing. That sun is bad in the background. That's one thing that I would note, is that it was a little dirty. Like when we sat down at our table, it had ketchup on it already, and I had to wipe it off and stuff like that. So that was like a downfall.
We'll say every employee that we did interact with was very nice and helpful. Cheerful attitude from all of them, which is always nice to
very
see.
nice. In fact, one of the ladies saw me take the picture of Jared with the Greggy picture and said,
Miller from Kind of Funny,
"You better post that," or something. It was funny. So that was good. Everybody was nice. It just was overall nice. So we got our food. We got to a table. After I cleaned the table off, we ate, and I would say we really liked the food. I mean, Jared, go ahead and give your thoughts on everything that you had to eat.
I enjoyed everything that I got. So I got the jumbo hot dog with just onions on it. Again, I'm a picky eater. The French fries, the crinkle cut fries, very good. The onion wings were really good. One thing we did notice about the onion rings is they're not sized to share, really.
Yeah,
so
we got a small.
We blazed through those pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I don't think the onion rings actually had a size, did they? They were just one.
I think there was small and large.
Oh, well, if you're gonna share it all, get the large.
Yeah.
Or if you just really like yourself some onion rings, get the large as well.
Yeah, it was pretty small.
Let's see.
Fries?
The fries were really good. Coke was really good.
Yeah, we've already kind of I forgot we already went on this.
So,
sorry.
We'll cut to the only thing that we didn't really talk about was the chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake.
Yes. It was good.
It was good.
A lot better than I compared to like City Barbecue's chocolate cake. I thought it was way better than that.
I agree.
But I don't know. How would you rate the cake on its own?
I would rate the cake pretty good. I do have to say though that it tasted like it could have come out of a box. So that was important to remember.
I mean, I wouldn't say come here just for the cake, but if you like cake and you just are craving some for dessert, could do a lot worse than Portillo's chocolate cake.
Yeah, it was good. It was smooth. It was really chocolatey, and I'm not really a big chocolate person, but I really did think the cake was good I mean, it was only what, like $2.50 or something.
Yeah,
that's another thing.
Much.
Everything
and it was pretty shareable.
It's
pretty big.
It was big enough for both of us, but everything was very nicely priced. We got all of that stuff for $23.
Mm-hmm.
So
and we ordered pretty big because we wanted to try a bunch of different things for our first visit.
Yeah, and I feel like that's a good deal.
I'd say we could get out of there for about $15 to $20.
Yeah.
On a regular basis.
But I was surprised at how cheap it was. Pleasantly.
Yeah. Yep. Especially like in addition to the food, you get the whole experience. So I would say this is another thing we discussed is I would recommend going into the restaurant so that you get the whole theming experience as well as the food experience. They do have a drive-through, and we saw on a pamphlet in the restaurant they also deliver now. But at least for your first time, I would recommend going in so you get to see everything, hear the music, and just get the full Portillo's experience.
Yeah, and it was really fun, and we really liked it, and we thought it was a good first review for this fork-off segment.
Yes. All right, which brings us to our finale here. We will both decide if we're going to tell Portillo's to fork off or if it made us say, fork yeah. You can probably tell so far by our review, but we will give an official rating. I will let my lovely wife go first. What is this for you?
I would say definitely fork yeah, because it was nice, good food, nice atmosphere, fun. Yeah, fork yeah.
I'm in agreement. Fork yeah. Fork yeah. So yeah, we both highly recommend Portillo's. So check it out if there's one near you. On their website, they list all of their locations, so you can check out there if you have one that you can visit. I know they're not in every state right now, so worth looking to see if they are.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for tuning in to Shenanigans. This has been our Fork Off segment.
Yes, thank you for watching.
Peace.